Hello, my name is Katie Cahoon, and in this presentation, we will be addressing what spam is and the legislation surrounding spam in accordance with the CAN-SPAM Act. We will then be applying this information to Spoon's Ice Cream to ensure the company is following lawful practices in its email marketing efforts, particularly those in regard to spamming strategies. First of all, what is spam? Spam emails are unsolicited messages that try to lure people into buying something or sending personal information. The first unsolicited email was sent out to about 400 people in 1978 by Gary Thurk to promote a new product for the company he was working for. It is believed this spam email generated an estimated of $12 million in new sales. In 1993, the term spam was coined. By 2003, spam constituted 80 to 85% of emails sent worldwide, which prompted the U.S. to pass the CAN-SPAM Act to help regulate email marketing. This act is the most important regulation legitimate marketers comply with to prevent being labeled as spammers and to make sure they are within the bounds of the law. Below are a few examples of the different types of spam users can find in their email inboxes. The first are marketing messages. These are usually just unsolicited emails which promote products. Sometimes those products can be illegal, other times not. Malware is a type of spam that tricks users into submitting personal information and data. Frauds and scams are spam that trick people into sending someone money under false pretenses or for some kind of fake reward. The CAN-SPAM Act is a piece of legislation in the U.S. which regulates all commercial marketing, including email marketing and spam. Following this legislation helps prevent marketing emails from being marked as spam and is a deterrent for fraudulent marketers. Failure to follow this legislation can result in a $50,000 fine for each separate email that is sent. There are 7 main requirements to be aware of. 1. Use accurate header information. Make sure all your company's information is correct, the domain name, and the sending email address. People need to know who and where the email is coming from. 2. Stay away from deceptive subject lines. This essentially means stay away from bait and switch techniques. This essentially means to stay away from bait and switch techniques that would prompt people to open an email and find the subject of the email has no relation to the subject line. 3. Identify the message as an ad. Somewhere in the email, it is important to make it clear that the email is an advertisement. 4. Tell recipients where you or the business is located and make sure the address is valid. 5. Tell recipients how to opt out of receiving future emails from you. Make the notice clear, easy to read, and easy to understand. You must allow the option for people to unsubscribe. 6. Honor opt-out requests immediately. The request must be fulfilled within 10 business days and must last at least 30 days. In addition, no additional fees can be charged for opting out, and their information cannot be sold or transferred to other emailing lists. 7. Monitor what others are doing on your behalf. Even if you hire another company to take care of emailing, it is on the business to make sure the third-party company they are using comply with the law. Should spam be protected by the First Amendment, and is criminal liability ever appropriate for spam? The First Amendment does grant people the freedom to express themselves and protects U.S. citizens from being punished for speaking out against the government. It also protects people's rights to practice religion and to assemble. However, it does not protect people from committing fraudulent acts or from engaging in any sort of cybercrime. Spam can be incredibly dangerous for people who are susceptible to those kinds of crime, which can lead to things such as their identity getting stolen, money being taken, or their electronic devices getting hacked. Therefore, spam should be only protected by the First Amendment if it is complying with all the rules of the CAN-SPAM Act and isn't being sent with the intent to harm or mislead people. Criminal liability refers to when a person can be held legally responsible for breaking the law. Again, this applies to cases where spam is being sent to intentionally mislead people or harm them. However, it is difficult to catch people in cybercrime, so this would be difficult to uphold. But should a person ever be found guilty of committing such crimes, then criminal liability should absolutely be appropriate. For Spoon's Ice Cream, the marketing strategy for utilizing spam is pretty straightforward. We can use curated email lists to send our message out to those who aren't already in our email list currently. This will not only allow us to reach more people, but it will help us expand our audience, and it will be fairly inexpensive to do so. Then, the spam email itself will need to be compliant with legislation in the CAN-SPAM Act. This means the email will need to do things such as being absolutely clear in its messaging, providing accurate details about the location of the ice cream shop, and have a clear opt-out button within the email.